Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more juicy content from me. Hello and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be talking about 7 grave errors women make that make our self-esteem plummet. Okay, I'm just going to jump right in. We all know what self-esteem is and how it's important for us to have a good self-esteem. But there are certain things that, ruin our self-esteem that we do a lot of times unnecessarily. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to jump right in. The first one is comparing ourselves to others. Sis, really? Comparing yourself to others is a game you cannot win, because here's the thing about life. We always compare our own weakness to maybe compare our own weakness to somebody else's strength. So, we compare ourselves, our lives, our bodies, our achievements, or lifestyles to other people. Your life is your life. And I know it's hard, okay? So I'll be the first one to say, hey, it's not easy to almost have blinders on, right? And I'm not saying you do that. But remember, when you when you find yourself slipping into comparison, remember, that person's life is not your life, and you don't know the whole story, especially through the lens of social media. Everybody's out there posting their highlight reel. A long time ago, I remember doing this video called Social Media Induced Low Self-Esteem. I called it Smiles. But for real, I mean, if you keep comparing yourself to others, you will always fall short. Comparison is the thief of joy, and your self-esteem will go down, because you always be like, what's wrong with me? Is there something wrong with you? Meanwhile, there's nothing wrong with you. Number 2, perfectionism. I can't talk about that enough. First of all, perfection isn't real. Perfection isn't real. Perfection isn't real. What's real? Excellence is real. Progress is real. Trying your best is real. Perfection isn't real. Look at it like this. If you can improve upon anything, then that means, it wasn't perfect. Let me give you an example. Bear with me. There's something I always talk about called the tale of 3 iPhones. This is an iPhone 4. I remember when this came out. This was the best thing on earth, right? This is an iPhone 6. When it came out, it was the best phone on the face of the planet. This was an iPhone 8, I think. 8, 10. You know where I'm going with this. Best thing on the planet. And yet today we have iPhone 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. We'll soon have iPhone 30. I've lost count. I've stopped keeping up with the iPhones that they are. In fact, this video is actually being shot on an iPhone 12, I believe. So the point I'm trying to make is, if Steve Jobs had been waiting for the iPhone, what we have now, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, to come out, he would have died without even making one iPhone. Stop being a perfectionist. Stop holding yourself to impossibly high standards, and then feeling like a failure when you don't meet these impossibly high standards you've held yourself to, because they're too high. You put on your to-do list 50 things. You do 10, you feel bad. Whereas 3 of those things on your list are worthy of applause. Perfectionism is not a flex. Being a perfectionist is just a recipe for sadness and low self-esteem. Number 3, when you neglect your needs, when you consistently put others' non-emergent, non-urgent needs before your own, it can lead to a depletion of your self-worth, because now most probably your needs aren't being met by anybody. So you're meeting other people's needs, and bearing your needs underneath everybody else's needs. It can lead to a depletion of your self-worth. Your needs are important. Your needs are valid. It's good to as you meet the needs of others, you know, add your own needs in there as well. Number four, seeking external validation. There are some women who run from pillar to post asking somebody, should I do this? Should I do that? What do you think? What do you think? Now, here's the caveat. It's great to have counselors and mentors, peers that you trust. But looking for external validation and looking for approval from others is going to affect your self esteem when you don't get that approval. Just stop. Learn to validate yourself. Seek validation from God and within yourself, because God is within you, right? So it's not an external validation. Just stop relying on approval from others, because people's approval is also very fickle. People's approval is fickle. So someone who likes you today can, tomorrow is like, who are you again? Hosanna today, crucify him tomorrow. I've had people, who have hugged me and told me I was the best thing since sliced bread. And then when I've come up and I found that they've blocked me on social media, can't even contact them. And I'm like, oh, what happened? What happened there? I didn't even know what I did. So if you're seeking external validation, your self-esteem will always be in the gutter. Number five, downplaying your success. There is a thinking error called minimizing, right? That's when you downplay important things. Or we feel that because it's our success, it's not important. Stop. Stop downplaying your success. It is what it is. It ain't bragging if it's true. Your success is your sex. Your success is your success. I'm not saying that you go around bragging. No, but don't downplay it either. You know, if you accomplish something, you accomplish something. And when you feel a healthy pride in your accomplishments, your self-esteem becomes healthier. Number six, negative self-talk. Sis, be nice to yourself. You talk to yourself the way you talk to yourself, you wouldn't even talk to your best friend that way. And aren't you supposed to be your own best friend? Mind how you talk to yourself. Turn your inner critic into an inner coach. So instead of, oh, you're never going to get this, yeah, maybe you may never have done this before, but you can do it. That is the way. That is the way. You don't talk yourself, down. There's no point. It doesn't help, you know. Be realistic, but don't be negative. Last but not the least, fear of failure. So, when we have fear of failure, we avoid new challenges or opportunities. And this can negatively impact our self esteem because we don't build the confidence that comes with overcoming challenges. Every time you overcome a challenge or you accomplish something, especially if the thing was a little bit difficult to accomplish, you feel more confident and that builds your self esteem. So I'm going to go back over them. 7 grave errors that we women can make that make our self esteem go down. 1, comparing ourselves to others. 2, perfectionism. 3, neglecting our needs. 4, seeking excessive external validation. 5, downplaying our success. 6, negative self talk. And last but not the least, fear of failure that leads to shying away from new challenges. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Um, I am Dr. Shola Ezeokoli, and I help people go from where they are to where they want to be. I'm a coach, an author, a speaker, and a physician, and I'm happy to connect with you. There are links in the show notes and in the comments, and please feel free to join any of our programs, any of my programs, buy my books, or connect with me in other ways. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.